Nerds! Daddy history. I don't know if you can see it, but right behind me, there are sea lions. I don't know if they're eating or playing with the birds or I don't know what they're doing, but it's amazing. It's a beautiful day. Now we're here along the American River Parkway. Why? Because landscapes like this are probably the closest visual parallel you'll find without hiking all the way up to Mill Creek. Imagine wooded creek bottoms, rolling hills, and native villages tucked into the terrain. That's where Kern and Sutter marched their men. I'm going to try to keep them in the shot because this is cool. In March 1847, Kern and Sutter led 3 separate strikes on native villages along Mill Creek. The records are, surprise, surprise, sketchy. But the pattern is very clear. Villages were surrounded, dwellings were burned to the ground. Anyone caught inside, men, women, children, were killed or captured. By the way, I'm standing on a log. Dubious at best. But I wanted to see these guys play. It's fun. Someone's smoking really good weed too. Anyway, reports say about 20 native Californians were killed during this particular campaign. That's the number historians generally settle on for March 1847. It doesn't sound like much at first, until you remember these weren't professional armies. These were families. Wiping out 20 people in a small tribal community could mean destroying an entire village's future. And that is what happened. And this wasn't a one-off, right? This was part of a much bigger trend. Settler militias, often with government blessing, kept hitting native groups up and down California throughout the late 1840s and 1850s. This was the template for genocide in California. Fun fact, Kern himself, he later got deleted, let's say, and he was young, and this was back in the East Coast. He was broke and totally forgotten. Sutter, he got famous for gold, but guess what? He never got rich off of it. I don't know if that's karma. You guys can decide that, but it certainly makes me feel better. Anyway, I'm going to continue to enjoy this beautiful day. I'm going to take you to the next spot. I'm so glad we got to see that.